Hello, my name is Arlie and this is Arlie Tarot. And today I have a reading, you saw the title, but it's about your guides spilling the tea about something. And I feel like every pile is gonna be like a different subject that they're talking about. So some of you could potentially watch all of them. But obviously if you're called to do that, you do that. But yeah, so we have 3 piles. I just want to say overall, for the overall energy of all of you, I definitely feel like the number 2 is significant, because when I wrote the title of this, I wrote on the side here all of those 2s. So maybe you see on the clock 2022, 0222, or 222. Those could be significant. Spilling something could also be significant, like spilling something like on yourself, around, like on the floor, in the car. Because I did spill, I had drank my tea already, but I spilled like a little bit of leftover ice that was in the cup in my passenger seat. Before, when this reading came about, I literally walked in my house. That was when I parked my car in my house. I walked in my house with the title of this thing, of this reading in my head. And like, it was something like, I just had to pull the cards. This was last night. I had to pull the cards. I had to get the piles together. I had to do this. I channeled numbers, music for all the piles, whatever other phrases came up. And then I'm recording it the next day. So just because when I was done doing all of that, I didn't feel like recording it in the moment, and also it was kind of late. So, but yeah, here we are. Let's see what your guys want to spill the tea about, and let me just introduce the piles to you. Pile 1, you have a skull, if that is your vibe. Pile 2, you have rosemary. Something about smelling rosemary, or the smell, or using rosemary in like a bath or something. Herbs are significant for this pile for sure. I don't know if I did write that actually on your on your channel messages. And then pile 3, aragonite. It's an aragonite little heart crystal. Very grounding energy over here. All right, so go ahead and pick your piles. I'm going to start with pile 1, and I'll see you in your readings. At pile 1, if you chose the skull, this is going to be your reading about what your spirit guys want to spill the tea about at this moment in time for you. I have channeled things for you. I have channeled numbers. I have already obviously pre-picked and shuffled some cards. There's oracle and tarot here as well. But I am going to, and I also have a tarot deck on the side obviously, but I'm going to start with my channel stuff for you. And this is your stuff right here. Excuse if anything is like misspelled or anything like that, bear with me, but this is your stuff. Your numbers were interesting because I shuffled the dice and I got 11, but then I put equals 2, and then I wrote 11 11, then I wrote 1, and then I wrote 1 1 1, and then that equals 3, which makes me think of the Empress, and then 7, and then I wrote 7 7 7, but then I was like, okay, that's 21. So 2 and 1 is 3. You know what I mean? I went down like a rabbit hole with you. It was very interesting with your energy. The date 1/19, so January 19th could be significant, 2019, or just January 19th in general. Focus on something that needs rest. So yeah, that was something about like there's a hyperfixation on something or a topic or not someone. It's something that's happening in your life that you actually need to just like detach from that. I just saw 444 as well on my timer. Your songs are gonna be under, but I'm gonna tell you what they are, because I feel like they will play into your reading as well. Set Fire to the Rain by Adele, Fair Play, Karma, and Sorry. Those are the titles of your songs. Very interesting. I also put in parentheses like a little phrases that I got here and there. One of them is "You kissed me." The other one is "I have a lot of pride." What else? Oh, January 12th could also be significant, and that is really interesting that I channeled that, because that's actually my birthday. And it's not that I want to like project my energy into that pile. It was just something that came up. I saw like 112, so 112 on something when I was writing your channel messages, and I wrote it down, and then I was like, wait, that's my birthday. So maybe a Capricorn is significant here, because you also had 119, and that's still Capricorn season. Maybe you're a Capricorn, or someone you're dealing with could be a Capricorn. All right, let's see what the, okay, yeah, this makes sense. What the T is about. Forgiveness. And two in general is significant for all of you guys. Okay, the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. Okay, part one. The T might be about how someone might be circling back to say they're sorry. And that's literally one of your songs, Sorry by Black. Wow, go listen to that song. And then the other song that's called Fair Play by Kiana. Yeah, Kiana Lede. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm so sorry. But that song is also interesting, because it's like, it would make sense that this is about forgiveness. I do think it's not you asking for forgiveness. I do think it's someone coming in asking you for forgiveness. That's probably also what the advice was about. Like, there's something that you're focusing on. Maybe you just need to like detach. And maybe how you get to the point of detachment is by forgiveness. And if someone's not asking for forgiveness here, I am called to tell you that you should forgive them anyways, like energetically. Because that will help you detach as well. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. Four of Cups. Very interesting depiction of the Four of Cups as well. Everything is normal, but it's like, it's almost like drowning in something. Drowning in emotion. And the Page of Pentacles. Interesting, yeah. This is definitely okay. This T is very interesting. Bear with me, and if it doesn't resonate with you, please definitely pick another reading. But the message is so clear here. Someone is drowning a little bit in their emotion, and approaching you with asking for forgiveness, or asking in general to be in connection with you again. It seems like a big challenge for them. However, right, because this is like, I'm almost seeing like a big boulder, and they're seeing the vision. They're seeing how they can transform it into something, or use all of this emotion that they're feeling, right, in this raw form, and present it to you organized, and like, hey, this is my coherent thoughts and like feelings about you. They're looking for a way to like bring that forward and offer that to you. And in the meantime, I think you're perceiving their energy. You might be sensing it. And your guides almost want to say here, I think you're very much right. They want to say that you're right. You are right about whoever you thought this was, or you've been thinking it is. Like energetically, you've been sensing this person. Because this thing makes me think of you now. Like you're, just here living your life normally, and all of a sudden it's like you're in this state of like, you're receiving this emotional supercharged like wave come towards you, and it kind of like freezes you in that moment as well. It's almost like when this person feels overwhelmed, you feel it too, and that could be the detachment that needs to happen. so that it's not affecting your energy, because, or it's more of like, view it as the message that you're receiving, or the sorrow, or the emotion that you're receiving, view it as confirmation, right? Instead of like thinking it's your own. It's not your own. There's something about emotion here being clouded to the point where like you don't know what's yours or what's theirs. Yeah, needing clarity is very important here. I feel like clarity is also coming towards you, I have to say. Someone's definitely speaking to you. Yeah, look at that. They want to collaborate with you in some kind of way. Six of Wands. And yeah, they want to be successful here. They want to offer like an olive branch. It's interesting because I'm also getting someone is asking for forgiveness for not seeing you for who you are, not just to them, but in general. Like they admire you. I think also your energy, I do get heavy air energy from you. Your energy is clearing as well. Like your energy, maybe the reason why this person thinks about you and that connection, that those strings get pulled and you feel it and they feel it, because I'm seeing the strings here too. Like when those energies are merging, maybe when they are being creative and you're being creative, there's like a link here. But not necessarily creative, but also like imaginative. Obviously when you're, maybe when you're thinking of one another. I wanna ask a little bit more about this. What I really want to ask is who this is actually. That's really what I want to ask. Who is this? Wow. Someone definitely needs to unburden themselves to you, you know, like I just heard to you, for you. It's about you. It has something to do with you and how it feels like they've wronged you, and or like part of them like the wrong that they did to you was, again, once again, not seeing you for who you were. There's like something of like not valuing you when they had you, and it's it could be romantic. It really, really could be for a lot of you, but for others of you, it could just be like friendship wise as well, or just definitely romantic for a lot of you though. Or someone that was a friend and a lover and a lover and a friend. It was like a back and forth type thing, but at the end, like there's like a final detachment from you, or they're sensing that you're getting, like for example, they're sensing now that you're getting this message, for example, and it's almost like whenever they feel you pulling away a little bit, it's when they feel the overwhelming desire to communicate, to present this to you, and then there's a pullback because they're like, but I have to come in with like a full story, a full like look, the 9 of Wands. There is so much resistance to even like me, like I can't find the words, and that's literally their energy. They can't find the words to explain this to you. There's an overwhelming feeling here, or understanding that they are having about your connection, but there's either a refusal, and that's the block, the refusal of acceptance of it, or they've accepted it but now they don't know how to communicate about it. And probably the reason why your guys are saying it's time to forgive, when you're feeling this pull, forgive and send love, and like just detachment, because that is what drives this person to come forward, believe it or not. Very much getting the sense of, because this feels the warrior, right? So I feel like you hurt me, I hurt you. But like, for some of you, I don't even know if you know how you hurt them, because they haven't communicated either. Like, or maybe you didn't even know they liked you to this capacity when you first like split or something, because they never said it. So it's almost like they have to like give you this whole explanation. Page of Cups. There's another offer there, another page. Page of Pentacles. I love that because it is the 3D. And then the Page of Cups is in the emotional. So it's like, look at that. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. I like this. Communication. The Three of Wands. The Six of Swords. Sorry, the Eight of Swords, not the Six of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, this person is completing a cycle here. They're in the baby stages of this emotional maturity. But the emotional maturity is coming about with them doing the work. There's an internal work that it's being done. It's almost like they're cracking open a certain part of them, of themselves, and they're transforming. They're going through that transformation right now. Yeah. And the unburdenedness, the truth that's coming your way is definitely coming after like this final alignment that they're going through. It feels like this person might be going through a Kundalini awakening, and we don't just have one, we have many of these. Not everybody, some people just have one, it's okay. But this person, I feel like they've gone down the road of a lot of transformation. This is not the first time that they go through this, but this is a very intense one. And clearing the air with you is something that has to be done here. It has to be done. There's no other way around it. That could also be what paralyzes this person a little bit as well. Wow, this is, but look at the butterfly that came out. So the butterfly is out of the cocoon now. They are out of the cocoon, but they're in that stage. Okay, Page of Pentacles, that makes sense. Of trying to balance. Look at that. It looks the same. Yeah, they're trying to balance this energy so that they can bring this forward. They're very close to coming forward to speak to you, I have to say. It's tangible. That's why you're feeling this intensity. And if you're not feeling that, again, because I don't want to give like the wrong message to the wrong people. I feel called to say again, if you're not feeling this resonate, not your pile, okay? Not your pile. Look at this at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Wands. The Snake again. Strength. Oof. Yeah, this person's becoming, you know what I heard now too, and that's really beautiful. Oh, the Tower. That reminded me of the Tower as well because of the lightning. This person's becoming, and it's, please don't think I'm like saying this from there's a hierarchy to things, or some people are better than others. No, but this person's becoming worthy of you and your energy. And that's the thing. They didn't recognize how worthy you were in the past because they can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. So now that they are working on themselves and transforming parts of themselves that they thought were, grown, in the sense of like, oh, I'm grown up. Like, I don't need to learn any new tricks, whatever, right? They're realizing that no, like your connection is actually heart-opening and transformative. And there is your value as well. It's not that you have to bring value to anybody or any connection to be valuable. that's not how they see you either, right? They want to be very clear about how they speak to you and about you. That is, I like that, because that shows that they have this resounding respect, and like quite literally they see you for who you are now. Wow. What do you need to release? There you are again. Your spirit guide saying again, there's time, there's a need to release this. And if you know who this is and you've been expecting them to come back and you actually want them to come back, you're ready for this. You're ready for this because you want to be connected to this person, whatever capacity this is in whatever way. They're saying the more that you kind of like, again, when you feel the pull, when you feel the need, the longing, that's the pull that I'm talking about. That's the heartstring that I'm talking about. That's when you release. You have gratitude for the time you spent together. Send gratitude to your future selves for being together, and then release. Aries, act. And I feel like this is the other side of this person. And this is interesting because it makes me think of the Emperor energy. Number 1, 2. Ones are definitely significant for you. They were one of your channeled numbers. So where you are releasing, that creates, it's almost like that shortens the strings between you. It's almost like you release and it's actually pulling this person in. It drives them to action. That is really interesting. That makes me think of that runner chase dynamic that we see a lot with like divine counterparts. There's like a tug of war kind of thing is what I'm seeing. But there's something, yeah, your advice, we're gonna get into advice right now, but yeah, part of your advice right off the bat, and I think we've mentioned it since the beginning, is releasing this. You let go, and the more you let go, the more it just gravitates towards you. It's really interesting, actually. There's also something about change in the wind. Things are changing here as well. This person is changing. This person could definitely be a Gemini, Aquarius as well, for sure. But Libra could be there too, because I did see Justice at the bottom. Yeah, Justice was up here. Oh, it was up here, yeah. I don't know why I feel like I grabbed the deck and I'm like, wait, do I need other cards from here? Hold on. I guess I do. Ooh, 2 cards. Oh my God. 2 cards that are 2s. 22 is significant. Look at this. This is crazy. The 2 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Choices upon choices. You and this person, and another 2. And the other 2 in the deck is right here as well. Okay. Yeah, you and this person, I think you guys are ready for something here. And it's like the final tweaking. It's like the final alignment is happening. Wow, very intense connection though. Because this is looking to me like the cups and the roses are, you see how like we go from the wands of like not touching, which is the choice, but look, do you see how close that is? It's very close to each other. It's almost like right there, right? And then the roses are completely crossed. Makes me think of Kivo, the rune that's a gift, divine gift. And then this looks to me like a storm, like a lot of air or something happened. But somehow you guys are both stable. You're both centered. You're equals as well. That's significant. You're equals. All right. The nectar. Look at that rose again. All right. That is very beautiful. There's something about the sweetness of life here that is significant. Let's read about this. It is 58. You know what's the card before that one, 57, I feel called to tell you. It's the ring. Interesting. Okay. All right. So it says the nectar, the medicine, the elixir, the garden, glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination. The nectar, the mystic, the Alethea card are linked. It is the mystic who, like Krishna, turns poison into nectar and is truth. And it is, well, and it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. Oh my God, wait a minute. That's why I was stumbling over those words. Hello? Look at this. And it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. The final point here that makes it so that you both are ready to connect with each other is this communication and this forgiveness and this exchange of like clearing the air. Something really interesting too, I mentioned Kundalini awakening in this right here. So it says, sense the nectar within you dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. So that air energy is like anchoring in all these thoughts, feelings, emotions, words that want to be expressed. And then let it drip down to the spine like sweet honey. That makes me think of a Kundalini awakening. Wow, very activating artwork here too. The hand reaching in it's like very interesting too. All right, let's see what else pops out at me. I mean, I can just focus it so that you can read it actually. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I just want to see what kind of resonates over here. Oh, something about your eyes could be significant too. So it says, it is said when someone has activated this substance within, oh my God, within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Wow. Something about someone smelling good is significant as well, because they mentioned scent. All right, let's see your final card. And this one, I'm gonna give a shout out to the creator of this deck because she deserves it. And this is the deck that's gonna be your final card, the Echo from Fantasy Oracle by MOOXIE. I will leave a link to her page if you guys wanna purchase this. She's a local artist and her deck is magical, okay? It really, really, really is. Obviously, everything that we use is a tool, and we also put our magic into it, and objects are objects. But like oracle decks and tarot decks, if you worked with any before, you know that they have their own identity and energy and all of that. And this one is very magical, okay? You can definitely sense that it has potent magic behind it, behind the creator. And MOOXIE is also an amazing reader, by the way, if you want to get a reading from her. All right, and yours is among the vines, taking care of tasks. I love that you have two fairies here, actually, because it makes me think that it's the pair of you guys are taking care of tasks. Okay, definitely would make sense too. It's like you're focusing on your own thing, and slowly but surely is bringing you guys closer together. I think there will be like I get the sense here, and this has nothing to do with this card actually, but for some reason I get the sense of like something coming to its conclusion in either of your lives, or one of you, it's already in the place where you're ready for this, and the other of you, it's like there's some like a final thing happening. where then you're like, okay, this can happen now. And once you're both ready, open, the universe steps in and helps you out. Because now I'm thinking of the tower again, and it's not a bad tower for you. It's actually divine intervention, that both of you arriving at a certain point in your life, in your journey, is when you activate this tower. It's like you activate your archangel to like work with you, or you activate a certain deity, or a certain because of the fairies makes me think of the fae, or a certain spirit guide as well. It's here. It's like you're at the edge of like communicating with them, or them having a hand in you guys being together. Take that as a resonance. That just wanted to come through. Okay. All right. So this is the earth element, which is about foundations, and this is the root chakra, which is about security. So that could be what you're doing as well. You're working on your foundation and your security in like the 3D life kind of thing. And I feel like you're doing that already. Both of you, I feel like you have a sense of like a very good sense of who you are, what you want to do. Maybe you're not fully there yet, you know, it hasn't completely come about, but you're on the road to it. So I feel like in that sense you're ready, and that's part of like the task that you're taking care of. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, 40. So it says now is the time to take care of things you've been avoiding, and that's for this person for sure. As it pertains to you, take whatever resonates, but that part feels like it's them. Some daily tasks are hard to keep up with in busy times, but once things slow down, it is time to reorganize and get back on track. Tend to your overgrown vines. Oh, okay. They have gotten out of hand. You will feel better once these tasks are complete. So cleaning, routines, order, and preparation. Okay, spring cleaning comes to mind. And that includes spring cleaning your mind, your emotional body, your physical body, your energetic body, your spiritual self. Maybe some of you need a cleansing as well. Maybe a salt scrub that you can make for yourself. A bath brew. I have a video about that if you want to scroll down and see if that kind of resonates for you. But yeah, this is all I have for you, Pawan. I hope this resonated and it brought you clarity that you needed today, and the tea was piping hot and you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, for sharing your energy with me. I also want to thank your spirit guides and this person here as well for being here and trusting me to read and you know, speak for them in a sense. I hope to see you in other readings in the future, and bye-bye. Hi, Batu. I'm just gonna drink some water before I start with you. Okay. I also feel like I need to clear the energy a little bit with something. Get into your energy. So if you guys picked Rosemary, this is going to be your reading, pal, too. I'm gonna leave your little over here. All right, so we can stay in our energy. I have channeled things for you. I also have pre-shuffled and picked some tarot and some oracle cards, and I have a deck next to me here in case I need it. But let me just fold this away so that I show you your stuff. Pile 2, this is all your little notes. You guys all, like every pile had a vibe, because I'll show you what I mean. You see how pile 1 is like, I wrote things in a specific way, and for you, it was like very organized. So your channeled numbers are 2. 2 is significant for every single pile. So the number 5, the number 9, the number 12, the number 3, the number 1, 2, 3. Okay. Powerful speaker came through, healing voice, and healing herbs. So, you know, I didn't even realize that you had the herb one when I was writing all of this down, by the way. And now when I was like talking in the intro, it all kind of clicked for me. That's very interesting. So it could, the tea that's coming to you, it's interesting because I feel like it could be about a spiritual gift that you have here that you haven't tapped into yet. Your first song is Loyalty by Kendrick, Lamar, and Rihanna. And the date 3/31/2017, which is when the album was released, could be significant for some of you. Wake Up and Live by Bob Marley. Okay, can I speak? My goodness, is it Mercury retrograde? It's not, right? I don't even know, guys. I don't know, I can't pronounce that for some reason. Okay, Wake Up and Live is very, very important. That's why I said like maybe it has to do with the spiritual gifts, because when you listen to that song, the second time that Bob Marley sings Rise, because I literally wrote it down, it is powerful. Like it is one of, it feels like it comes from a God saying to you, rise, you know, like, but and you could take it however you want, but to me it felt like an awakening. It's happening. And then your last song is interesting because it's kind of funny that it's all together in this energy. Thick and Pretty by Quality Control and Migos, and that was released on 12/08/2017 as well. So 2017 could be very significant for you. And then Wake Up and Live was released on October 2nd, 1979. That could be significant. So 10/2/1979. All right, that's your channeled stuff that I have here. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what tea needs to be spilled for you here. What your spirit guides want you to know at this time. They want to kind of like chit chat with you about. Duality, number 18, makes me think of the moon in tarot. The yin and yang though, okay. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. Whoa, okay, I have to read that again. Hold on. Read it once to read it, and second time to like understand it. That's a lot. Okay. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. Whoa. That makes me think of what we channeled for you about your voice. Communication with others could be significant here. And the thing is that you communicate with all sides of, like, let's say a problem, right? You advocate, you're unbiased, you want to understand one side and the other and form your own like opinion. But also there's something about you bringing like balance into situations with the way that you speak, the way that you can like see both sides of it, or like what is it about? No freak, I just have to say, Pao, too, I don't look at the, oh, sorry, I looked at that one in the bottom. I don't look at these when I pull them. 1818, that could be a significant like time that you see, and that is 6:18 if you have the regular clock. But if you have military time, 1818 is 6:18. Okay. The moon. You know what? The fact that I couldn't like completely grasp at this There's something hidden here that is going to be revealed to you. Okay, let's get into it. Four of Wands. Okay. I have to see the whole picture, so I'm just going to keep pulling cards. Queen of Cups. Okay. The Chariot. Okay, I'm understanding a little bit more. Ooh, Pisces energy heavy. Cancer energy heavy. Cancer is ruled by the moon, but this is the card for Pisces. But then we have Cancer here again. We have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Oh, you were the one who got 4 cards. Oh, this devil just like looked into my soul. I've never noticed how the eyes in this card are like alive. That is crazy. Okay. And the 5 of Cups. A lot of major arcana too. Look at you. Wow. Do they go like this? I'm not understanding how I want to look at these. Bear with me for a second here, about to. I just have to like put things, I guess, where they, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I'm just gonna shuffle the tarot and see what else I can pull here. Duality too, yin and yang over here as well. Honestly, yin and yang also in the moon card, because there's the sun and the moon is what it feels like in that one card. Wow. Are some of you like itchy, are some of you tarot readers or just readers of energy? Feels like you are. It feels like you're very, very psychic. It also feels like you might be someone who reads about love, or like when you watch tarot readings, you gravitate towards the ones about love, but like that's a reason. There's a reason for that is what I'm getting. You have this energy about you that you can like, since you tap into duality, like that's what you bring energetically to something. So you're able to like apply what you've learned, what you perceive or like are reading about when it comes to love. You're also able to apply it to in very practical ways. And then you have the way that you communicate is not just with words, it's also energetic as you're reading for someone. Wow. Okay, wow. War. Oh, I just looked to the side of your thing, and what I got is like you're the activator. You are like Bob Marley. I'm sorry, I can't say that their name right today for some reason. Okay. When they say rise, and that little clip of that song, it just keeps playing in my head because it was so powerful. It called my attention so heavily when I was listening to it, when I shuffled it for you, and I got that song. I almost skipped it because it didn't feel almost right, but then I heard rise the first time, and then the second time he said it was like powerful. So you could be the one who brings this kind of energy forward as well. I want to know what the Devil and the 5 of Cups are about, because this feels, I understand this, but I don't understand. Kind of do, but I also don't. Also, I'm being called to like say how the devil, the other side of the coin for the devil is actually the Lover's card. So strength. So there's that duality again. And the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Wands are such opposite duality kind of cards as well, if we think about it, because this is like union, obviously marriage, happy foundation, beautiful family, lovers coming together, 11-11. And this is being yet again hurt by love, not really seeing, because you come from the Four of Cups. You gave love another a shot, and it ended it badly again. It ended not badly, but like it ended as a lesson, not a connection that lasted. And there's like, it is taking it takes something from you, in a way. And I see now what the connection is with the devil. It's like you've left a little piece of your heart with everyone you've ever connected with or have been in a connection with. Strength is interesting. Strength and the moon around the 4 of Wands is interesting. And the Hangman. Wow. Look at all your major arcanas, pal, too. This is crazy. And from different decks, too. The moon. Again, Pisces energy heavily. We have 8 cards here, and 5 of them are major arcana. The T is about how powerful your energy is. Definitely. The T that they want to communicate as well is the people that you've been connected with that have in a way taken from you, have you've given energy to, and because of that there are some connections there energetically. They want you to know how it always has worked out in your favor anyways. Now these 2 cards that are quite literally about being confused and trying to find the illumination that like brings some kind of understanding, and then being confused, but from a point of being hurt and confused, and that's why you're confused. Sandwiching these 2 energies is interesting because it is quite literally that, like when you think you're down, you're actually up. You're gaining a lot of perspective and emotional maturity, and you're gaining knowledge. And then when you think again that you're down because you're lost and not understanding, and your worlds of like your energetic world and your spiritual world and maybe your dream state, because this person's sleeping as well, it's very confusing. At the same time, it's actually working out for you. You're making sense of it, okay? And then these 2 being at opposite ends, yes, you're making sense. You're making sense of things from an emotional part of you that, believe it or not, is very, very much unbiased, in the sense of like your inner world, your understanding of yourself and others is always very, very balanced, okay? And that speaks to your energy, and that speaks to your power as well, your strength, your foundation. I think you have a very loving, beautiful foundation about you, Patu, which is why the tea that wants to be spilled here is that you are very powerful because of your core essence that you've tapped into. And you might feel like you're unstable sometimes, or certain people and certain connections could kind of drive you to be a little unstable, or you perceive yourself as unstable, but you're not. You really are not. The devil again. So cute in this deck. That's literally you. You laugh at this. Yeah, you would laugh at this. What we would perceive as like a bad energy, or something that's like challenging or a little scary, maybe a little woo-woo or whatever. It's not that you laugh at it with disrespect. It's almost like it's not a challenge for you. It's like you've seen worse, you've been through worse. And even if you haven't, you still don't perceive it as you know, this is going to be the end all be all of me and my craft or my, I don't know, my gifts or something like that. Take that as it resonates. I don't know where I was going with it, but like, yeah, I just saw the devil as like a goat, and it just made me giggle. And it's like, that speaks about your energy as well. You're very, very powerful. There's something about you not having a lot. There's no fear, actually, because under the devil is the strength card. Like, you know that you have this, it's your essence, like this inner knowing that you have, that the information that you need will be provided to you when you need it. The illumination, the truth, the understanding, the inner standing that you need will be there when you need it. There's something about you being claircognizant as well, or what is it, is it claircognizance, where you just know things and it's like you pull them out of thin air almost, but it's not thin air. It's like you pull them from a place that you're connected to because of the energetic and spiritual work that you've done. Wow. Okay. I want to ask about the Hangman, because it feels like an energy that kind of activates or triggers this Five of Cups feeling. So I just want to ask about that, because it feels like a person. It's very specific connection. Nine of Swords. That would make sense. But look at that. And the Nine of Pentacles. Huh. And the Son of Swords. The Knight of Swords. So yeah, it's like confusion, sure. Confusion for sure. Anxiety, not being able to sleep, or sleeping but like not getting, usually, for example, you're used to one of your spiritual gifts that you're used to since you were little, or since you have recognized it as a gift, is you get confirmation in your dreams, or you get what is it, like you get information in your dreams that you need in your day-to-day life. It's just things are revealed to you in that sense. But when about this person, you've never been able to fully, like, they put you in a state where you're not able to like make heads of tails of the information that you're receiving. But then the clarity comes in. It's like it has to come in. Oh, interesting. I thought I hadn't shuffled, but I did shuffle. With the Son of Swords that was coming in with the sword, the owl with the sword. It's like, yeah, the wisdom does come in though. It's almost like you welcome these triggers. This is why you laugh at this, or like it makes you giggle in a way. Like nothing can really keep you trapped in confusion because of the solid foundation you've created here for yourself. I mean, this is really good tea, honestly. Okay. Five of Swords out here. With Justice bringing its own sword and its own yin and yang and its own balance into this. Yeah, there it is. Right away, you get a Five of Swords moment, okay, but here's Justice, quite literally. Another sword that we could say, okay, now this is the Six of Swords, but really, it could be a Six of Swords moment perceived by you that way, but really, it's a Justice moment. It's a karma moment. I don't know why karma is significant, but it is. And interest in the Justice in this deck is number 8, and Strength is 11, because usually sometimes it's the other way around. Yeah, you are so protected and so looked after in the spiritual realm, I have to say as well. This is why you are so used to like getting messages and like clarification and illumination, quite literally, in your dream state. Because I don't think you have even a need to like set intentions. When you need to go and travel in the astral realm and get information and whatever it is that you need to know, it's revealed to you. It's like there's an understanding here energetically with your guides as well when it comes to that. you know that this is, some of you could definitely be a Cancer, some of you could be Pisces. That could be heavily in your chart. Capricorn is here. Leo is here as well. Piscean energy heavily, okay? But also Cancer. This makes me think of a friend of mine who recently asked me, how do you know that you have gifts, right? And what I told them was I can only speak for my experience, and it's basically like, it just feels like you watch, for example, pick a pile about what are your spiritual gifts, and you'll see what resonates with you. Which is why I feel like a lot of us need to speak about how we get messages, how we communicate with what we consider, you know, God, the divine, the universe, because other people can then see how, oh, that literally happens to me too, and there's this connection here. Maybe that's part of your message too, about you need to, that's how your voice is important or powerful. You're a powerful speaker, and quite literally I'm seeing it now, the play on words of you're a powerful speaker, like someone who speaks about certain topics, but you're also in a sense a speaker itself, like, you know, an actual like music playing speaker per se. But what you give forward, what you play is, or what you are speaking about or making sound about, communicating about, is spiritual gifts and activation, and how to like tap into this and that and the other. I feel like the downloads that you've received, the information, the illumination that you've been receiving from Spirit for a while now, or that you've been called to write down or again record or whatever, share it. It's time to share it, okay? If you recognize that you do have spiritual gifts, this is the moment you're being called to share it, okay? And this, let this, what I'm saying right now, serve as confirmation if this is something that has been bubbling up in your energy. And if it hasn't, and me hearing it kind of activated you in the sense of like, you know what? That sounds like something that I might want to do. You might want to channel record yourself, maybe just voice and not video, because I can see how that's like intimidating, a big like jump, but I would say jump in and just do it. With the Chariot energy, it feels like whenever you're, because it's who you are. It's like, since I'm saying it's like your essence, you're gonna find a way of like just being authentically so good at whatever, however it is that you decide to communicate this, in whatever outlet you decide, right? I'm just getting the connection now that the Chariot is Cancer, and Cancer is the 4th house. So the 4th house could be significant, or maybe you have Cancer in the 4th house. You might have a stellium in the 4th house as well, I'm getting now. The 12th house is definitely significant too, because of Pisces, and we literally have the number 12 here with the Hangman. So Piscean and Cancer energy heavy, but all the water being here along with the Devil makes me think of Scorpio as well. So all the water signs are here for sure. Okay, do I need anything else from this deck? I don't think I do. No, we are done with this. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. Look at that. Confidence is your key to success. Literally what I was picking up on, like 2 lions, by the way. Leo could be very significant. You could have a moon in Leo, or when we have the new moon in Leo, it could be significant. So that's August. That could be in August for sure. Leo season. Wow. Okay. Confidence, exactly. Be confident. It's, you embody this energy, Patu. So the T is, don't even worry about how it's going to show up and how it's going to manifest, or how you're going to explain or not explain, or be or not be. Like, it's going to happen. You just have to decide that you want to do this, that you want to communicate and express and help and Yeah, share this. That would make sense with that Leo energy. It makes sense. Wake Up and Live also makes sense as one of your songs. They're saying step into who you feel like you are. You're ready as well. Okay. The North Node, the future. 34, it's up to 7, makes me think of Lucky 7. But the North Node is literally about your path, your journey, who you're meant to be in this lifetime. What are you guided to share, to do? The moon cycles are so significant here. So we have a full moon, we have a new moon. Maybe the cycle of the moon in August is going to be significant. Okay, let's see what your advice is. Wow. This is one of the spirit cards in this deck. There's a lot going on, so I'm just gonna keep looking at it in the way that makes me kind of understand it. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I'm guessing it's Thanatos? 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 Okay, I'm not sure. Something's being woven here. Something's being created, has been created for you. The weaver. The archetype of the weaver is significant. And you see how like this is aligning towards something. It's almost like, yeah, it's aligning towards your path. Okay, let's see. This is number, sorry, 73. Okay. This is the death card. Oof. Transformation. I actually love that for you. Let me just pull this a little closer so you can maybe read it. Take notes if you need to. All right. 212. Okay. So, let's see what pops up at me about this. Facing Thanatos' death leads us to Alethea, the truth. Oh, your pile could be connected with pile 1. You could be here from pile 1. There are those with a great gift for navigating this word, which I can't say, energy, so death energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospitals, hospice centers, and the like. Ooh, some of you could be a death doula, or that's where you're being called to work, and that would make sense as a psychic, honestly. Especially since you work deeply with like the emotional energy, from a spiritual sense, but also from a very like earthly sense, with the heart like being very activated, very open, with all of those water signs that we have here. The water works for sure. So yeah, some of you, that's where your strength is, and your sensitivities, and you might have chalked off your sensitivities to the side to be like a detriment to you, but they're actually not. They're your strength, they're your gift. Okay, wow. So grieving, mourning, bearing witness to it all. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation. Interesting, that's literally what I said. I said transformation. I summed it up to that, but there's more to it, yeah. But the true archetype resonates of Thanatos, and I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Thanos? No. Is that how you? No. That's from that movie. Anyways, cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent. That is true. An internal response to the gift of death. Sorry. An internal response. I am so sorry, Patu. let me restart that sentence, okay? Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. That is actually really beautiful. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage that has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by death, as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. That might be a message for you too here, Paltu, about not overthinking where you're guided to go, the things you're guided to do, the things that you're guided to share here when it comes to like your spiritual gifts and how you're being called to share the things that you receive. Like I said, there's something about going with the flow of it, not overthinking it, and if anything, letting your emotions like take care of the creative aspect of all of this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, before the flower Fae, I actually like this. Let your talents bloom. This was one of the cards that I got from Moxie's reading for me yesterday. So this is the Echo. I'm giving a shout out because I love this deck and it's powerful and it's made by a local artist. So yeah, it's the Echo Femme Pharmacy Oracle by MOOXIE. And I'm gonna leave her link down below. She's awesome. She gives really awesome readings. If you want to get the deck, it's very, very, very magical. But yeah, this was one of my cards. And you know what? Sorry, I was just burping through that whole thing. That's just confirmation for me. But I could definitely feel how some of this kind of resonated with me, like as far as like sharing spiritual gifts, sharing downloads, sharing things that you get, like readings that you get, for example, that sometimes I put things in the back burner and Spirit doesn't let me rest completely until I share them. So that might resonate with you as well. So Flower Fae, let your talents bloom. I think that is definitely advice, sound advice for you here. And the confidence is your key to success, meaning no one should tell you that you're a psychic. You already know this. There's just the internal, the internal, maybe a little bit of an imposter syndrome that's happening with you. But it's time to like release that. That's the death that's coming here. I feel like it helps you release maybe the not thinking that you do possess the gifts that you do. For some reason, it's like the little bit of an obstacle that you have here, it's probably yourself. Maybe there is a little bit of fear too tapping into, especially since some of you, I feel like, do want to go towards the death doula kind of thing, or you quite literally maybe are someone who sees apparitions and stuff like that, and that could be challenging to like accept at first, open up to, you know, it could be scary. So, but you're very, very protected because you're very, very guided and you follow the guidance that you receive, whether you think you're doing it or not. Like I mentioned before, like you think you're struggling, but really you're working through it magically and perfectly. Okay. All right. So for Flower Fae, let your talents bloom. It is your time to shine and let your flowers blossom. You have talents that the world needs, whether they are newly discovered or a seasoned skill. They deserve your time and energy. It's a practice of love and passion. So put your heart into it and watch yourself grow. Yes. It comes from the heart with a lot of confidence, and success is just right around the corner. Like once you decide to do this, confidence, no freaking way. Literally the same words. Confidence is your key. That is crazy. 2 separate decks telling you that, Paltu, to unlock your potential. Yes, skills, artistry, self-expression, and attitude. Spend time exploring creative endeavors. Meditate in nature for inspiration. Then create something unique based on your discoveries. Let your pure inspiration be your guide. Pure inspiration. Let your emotions inspire you as well, because you are a very emotional being. And I feel like you create from a very emotional place. All the green here makes me think of the heart chakra, so would make sense. Again, foundations is here, the heart chakra is here, but so is the solar plexus, that creative energy within you. The sun here, a lot of times, along with the moon, there's your balance, okay? Oof, that is very beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, Patu, for letting me read for you. I hope this resonated. I hope it brought you clarity. The clarity that you needed, the messages that you needed, the confirmation that you needed as well. I want to thank your spirit guides, your higher self, everyone who was here trying to support you and helping me get through this message for you. I hope to see you in other readings in the future. You guys take care. I just saw 011111 on my timer, by the way. So 1111 significant for you guys. All right. Thank you so much, Batu. I'll see ya. Hello, Part 3. I'm going to drink some water, clean some energy up here because it's almost like I'm losing my voice for some reason. I'm not, but like it was feeling that way. I just need to breathe, I guess. Okay. Just gonna kind of ground a little bit with some oil here. Wow. Yeah, Patu's energy. If you were, some of you might have been at Patu and you're watching Part 3, but if you were thinking between Part 2 or Part 3, might be significant for you because like their energy is very intense to the point that it wants to be mentioned here as well. So, and it was very, very psychic loaded over there in Part 2. So, all right. Okay, we are in your energy officially, Part 3. All right. And you know what? I'll just show you your crystal once more. It's aragonite, and I never know if I'm saying it right, but it's beautiful. It's very grounding. It's very gracefully earthly is what I want to say. So I'm just gonna hold it to kind of get some grounded energy here for you. Like I said, Part 2 was very like crown, third eye kind of energy. All right, so for you, Part 3, I also have channel things, obviously. I wrote a lot for you, actually. This is everything, and your numbers are 7, 10, 11, and 1. Your music is gonna be down below as well, but I just want to mention what they are. Selfish by Future and Rihanna. Come Over by Trey Songs. Take It by Dom Dolla. Ahora Dice, that's Arcangel, Balvin, Jedi, and Ozuna. Llueven by MarkB and Bob Marley. And Porta, Callejero. Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer is also for you. And then some dates that I wrote down that were significant because they had to do with like the songs that I channeled for you, was 3/24, 2017, 1/16, 2017 as well. So I circled 2017 because apparently it's very, very important. So January 16th and March 24th. And then I also wrote down Archangel Michael might be significant. The World card might be significant, so 21 as well. A poet writing about you or us. So that's someone like saying, I'm writing about you, I'm writing about us. Manifesting with prayers and affirmations. I also wrote that down. So obviously, you know, take that as it resonates. Some of that could be for you, some of that it's not. And it's mainly just to kind of share what came through for some of you, and maybe it'll give you confirmation if you need it. So that you are in the right pile. All right, so let's get into your reading. Let's see what the tea is about that your spirit guys want to spill here. For some reason, right off the bat, what I really want to ask is who it's coming from, but I'm going to do that with the tarot in a second. Let's just get into what I have here first. Freedom, 21, the World card. Wow. Okay. 21 is significant. So 3 also significant. Pile 3, you know. This looks to me like, why did I just lose the word? A dragonfly. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Huh. I'm also just getting, you're like the world to someone. I just saw 116. It's 116 right now, which is one of your dates. Oh my God, that is interesting. That was so like a deja vu moment, but it wasn't deja vu or something. That was just like, I felt like synchronistically heavy, if that makes sense. Like there's something about a lot of synchronicities here are significant. Huh. Okay. 7 of Swords. 7 is one of your numbers. Okay. Huh. Death. 13. If you're here from Pal 2, hello, here you are. All right. The Magician. Huh. Knight of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. I see it. Wow. Freedom, though. Let me just get the who out of the way, because it's almost like I can't get anything else out until I answer that for some reason. Oh, 3 of Cups. Okay. I almost said 6 of Cups, but obviously it's just 3 birds and 3 cups. Temperance. The Chariot. Second time I see the Chariot. And it's like significant. Okay. 3 of Cups. But what I wanted to say was 6 of Cups. So a soulmate here. Someone from the past, maybe. Someone that you can reminisce about. 4 of Wands. Okay. The T is interesting. Because now I'm being called to like look at your songs. And that is interesting too. Okay. Huh. A specific lyric from the song by John Mayer, Dancing in a Burning Room, where he says, we pull too many false alarms. It's coming to mind, and it's kind of being depicted here. This person is sworn into saying the truth, but then they're lying, right? By crossing their fingers. But it's almost like it doesn't count. It was a white lie. It was like, again, that leads me to, we pull too many false alarms here. You and this person maybe have a couple of false starts and like start and go kind of situation here. Maybe it was a lot of the times here, what I'm getting is wrong person, right time. Sorry, right person, wrong time. A lot of times actually. And there had to be like a final death again. Yeah. There had to be a final, like, the solution here with the 5 of Swords. Yeah, there had to be like a final break here, or there's about to be a final, like, severance of severance. That show could be significant, but yeah, there's a severance of energy of the connection here. Okay, look at how even, like, you see the colors here, you see how it's behind this person too. So it's like this card is inside this one and this one's inside this one. The freedom is coming from a severance of a connection is here, what it feels like, honestly. And that just leads to like a more powerful version of you. It leads you to like alignment towards what you're meant to be doing anyways. Or it also, like, the severance of a connection with someone. Look at the world at the bottom of the deck. Hold on, let me get through this message here. Okay. The severance of a connection with someone, it leads someone else to come towards you as well, Pot 3. And it might be in a moment where you are recovering from said severance, right? And you might think, you know, I'm okay with what I have. And this person is not just, it's not that they're content in their lack, because they don't lack either. It's more of like they're content with the stability that they have found so far. Even if it's like, to other people it doesn't look like a lot, to them it's stable enough to feel safe and okay with it, right? But really, you are ready for, it's almost like this kind of energy of like being very like grounded, grateful for what you have. And even if it's not what you fully want to manifest, what you fully want to like have or become in this life, or your path is not fully what, it hasn't come to its full bloom, if you will, but you're still happy every step of the way. That is bringing also like an ending and a beautiful opportunity because of it. Guys, this is like, it's just revolving. It's never ending. If anything, it's just pulling you in closer and closer to where you're meant to be and what you're meant to be doing. And I feel like someone's guided to come towards you as well. I want to ask who the 7 of Swords is, because it feels like 2 different energies. The thing is that here, you don't feel limited. You actually feel freedom. That is really beautiful, Pot 3. It also speaks about like how you can make do with it. You literally can make lemonade with the lemons that you've received. You know what I mean? Like, it's quite literally that kind of energy. Father of Wands. So this is a King of Wands. Could be a Leo, Sag. Oh, okay. Oof, Death again at the bottom here. Look at these powerful freaking, okay, all right. Okay, oh, that's interesting. I'm getting all of a sudden that for some of you, and take this as it resonates, whoever this person was, they are not that person anymore because of the transformation that they've been through. And it's interesting that this is 20 and your card is 21, the World. Because it's like judgment came in, the clearing of karma here came in with that severance, I feel like. And this person at first probably saw it as a tower moment. It was something that was uncomfortable for them. It was not the happy-go-lucky energy that they were used to, but they were also a snake, quite literally is what I'm getting, honestly. They were not truthful. They would lie by omission, and that all had to change in order to approach you. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, if they didn't change, they couldn't approach you, and they feel called towards you. Oh, so now we come from a player energy to a more grounded energy. Okay, that would make sense. The Knight of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. One of the best messengers that you can get, in the sense of like, because they are messengers, right? If you think we're back in the day where people would deliver mail by just being on a horse, right? It's just, so yeah, someone's delivering something here, an offer to you, but it's one of the best ones, in the sense of, it comes from a very stable place. It comes from a very clear-headed, clear energy, clear intentions, balanced of all of that as well. This person, and this probably applies to you as well, the severance of this connection put both of you into like an energy of fast tracking your spirituality, or I feel like both of you have had very deep, intense transformations in your own perspective lives, because I don't feel like you have been in each other's life throughout it, but you've had very deep transformations after meeting each other, after maybe being in contact with each other, having a relationship, or like I said, some of you false starts, like right person, wrong time, all of the time, okay? And you would think like this will never come around again, or if it does, it's gonna be the same thing, but no, because they've changed. Okay, take that as it resonates, and also obviously ask for specific confirmations from your spirit guides about who this is, even in this reading, and like in general when they do come back, because I don't want you to like be trusting just anybody that comes back either. But you will know how this person has changed, because you would just, it's gonna be just like it was hard for them to hide the mischievousness and the snakiness and the lying by omission and the lies in general from you before. It would be impossible for them to come towards you pretending to be this person, or it would be impossible for you, especially now how far you've come, not to read the room as you should, right? Not to read their energy as their true energy. So kind of like trust yourself in that sense as well. All right, let's get a little bit more about who this is. This person wants to say who they are though, because that's, again, that's very significant to them. Because even here, when it was about me kind of like calling out this energy over here, they came forward very easily, very much like, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I've been through, and I don't, you know, there's no judgment. They know that there's no judgment coming from you, and they themselves have alchemized that Scorpio energy of like maybe being secretive and feeling guilty for things, or what they liked and their passions or lack thereof, or whatever, right? They've alchemized that. That doesn't worry them anymore. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify that Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, because I feel like this antlers, that's like them carrying their magic everywhere they go. Their crown is very much open at this time. That could be why they're communicating with you when they are going to be communicating. Oh, all right. So they came, this is Leo energy as well, but this is court cards. This is major arcana, okay? So yeah, we like to see that. We love to see that. Look at that lion coming forward with that rose, with that offering. The rose makes me think of like the Ace of Cups. You will know that this person grew the fuck up, and that's how they want me to say it, because maybe that's how they're going to communicate it, because the T is that they literally are emotionally mature. They carry their heart on their sleeve now. Before they didn't. They were afraid of being hurt, but that led them to be very hurt. that kind of pattern led them to actually be extremely hurt, which sent them down the spiral of that death and transformation. And it wasn't just, look at that, 5 of Pentacles, look at that dead rose. Synchronicity after synchronicity. And the Tower, more Scorpio energy, by the way. But yeah, so the pain, the abandonment triggers, or abandonment wounds that were triggered within them when when you and this person severed your connection, was very transformative and very intense. And you could also feel the same way. Okay, all right, let's clarify the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like that's you that's you here. And it's so interesting that their energy is taking such a big part of your reading. All right. Okay, that's really beautiful. You are the Queen of Pentacles. Look at you. Counterparts here. On either side of... And you carry... This is you. This is why this energy feels like this energy. That's why I was feeling comfort. Even though, you know, you're just... you've healed... Oh, wow, Pile 3. I feel like crying. You've healed mother wounds for generations to come, I'm hearing, and for so many past generations as well. You are a generational curse breaker. And wow. Sorry, give me a second. And your ancestors here, the women, okay, that have come before you, are so grateful to you. I feel like you're one of the first women in your family that is independent. Wow. And not just independent in the material sense. You have your strength to walk away from the people, places, and things that no longer serve you, are also how you're independent, if that makes sense. I feel like they want to recognize, okay, and you would know, this might be triggering for some of you, but for others of you, it'll just be very intense confirmation, okay? You might notice a pattern in your family, especially in the women in your family, how they depended on men, not just financially, but also emotionally, to the point of like it's a detriment to them. You've healed that. You've healed that. A lot of the women in your family could have been connected with partners who were not the best. Maybe not the worst of the worst, but definitely not what they deserved in the first place, or in general. It's something that, because of the times that they grew up in and the community or the country or whatever, they had to settle for the things that they had to settle for, okay? And that's where the gratitude is coming from. And this is not just you looking back at your grandmother and your mother, for example. No, you're looking at aunts, you're looking at sisters, you're looking at faraway cousins, you're looking at every, like, the women in your families really are standing out to me. Like they stand out in your own, like, thinking back connection. I feel like you worked with ancestors, and the ancestors, you haven't really pinpointed who you want to work with or who you work with, but you just leave offerings to them, and there's the one that come forth, and it's not just because they're the only ones that want to come forth, right? But the ones that really come forth are the women in your family. They're so supportive of you. They are the ones who are making you feel safe, even though, oh my God, this is so crazy. Wow. I just really want to cry. So they are the ones who help you feel safe and like you have enough, even though you might not have much. Wow. Whew, okay. I've cried during readings before, but not to this extent. Like I could just I could just turn the camera off and like have a cry for like a good time. Wow. Okay. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but it's like, whew. Okay. And there's a choice about you. This energy of safety is bringing the energy of you having a choice to make. And I feel like the choice is, it's almost like you're not choosing from like a catch-22 type of deal. You're choosing from very good odds. Here's what I'm getting. It's 50-50, but 50-50 in the sense of it's going to work out either way. I want to show you the bottom of the deck because it's the 9 of Pentacles. It's the baby empress to me. It's almost at the 10. It's usually depicted as someone in their garden. And they are very content and very happy with what they have blooming around them. And you've been feeling this energy, right? This is the energy that your guides and your past loved ones or the women in your family for many generations kind of like bring your way. They portal into your reality a lot of this feeling of like you're complete, you're safe, you have enough, you have everything you need, even though you know that, like, for example, I'm gonna give you like a very real example, right? Let's say you have $200 in your bank account and you know that like that's not much, and like, yeah, you have to like use that for the next 2 weeks, but you still feel safe and like you're okay, and that everything you need is going to it kind of like you feel safe, you feel like you're supported in every way that you need to be supported in, right? And it's not just about money, but like they want to point out, because it is Pentacles out here, that that's why you've been feeling a sense of like groundedness. And if you haven't, this is coming in for you, okay? But I feel like you're already there, because I got so emotional that feels like you have been living or getting a little taste here and there of what good stability feels like, and stability that it's from your own self. Like I say, you're not attached to any kind of partnership to provide this for you or to help you with this. And the reason why probably this connection in your life hasn't fully come in through yet is because you have one of your generational curses that you're breaking here. One of your paths in this lifetime is this independence, okay? And that's not for everybody. That's just your path, though, of feeling like you can tend to yourself in every way, okay? And then a partner would just add to that. It would just be tenfold, right? And you do the same for them. And this person had to go through the same thing, right? For them, it feels more of the emotional side of things. So this person had to really come to terms with how they needed to support themselves emotionally, and they shouldn't depend on that from any partner. And in doing that, that's empowerment for them. So this is someone who is breaking generational curses of their own, okay? Wow. Okay, all right. Let's get into the rest of the cards here. Wow. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. These two come together, so let's see. The 9th house, exploration. Adjustments are required. 4 and 7 equals 11. Okay. So yeah, do you see how that's adjustments are required and exploration? Both cards are talking about the same thing. This makes me think of a compass, and obviously it is about like dialing into something or figuring something out. This could be the stage that this is in right now, this person is in. The T is about them making the adjustments that they need to come forward and communicate with you, or bring this offer forward, like I said, because I see it with the Strength card there. There's something about part of the adjustment here is also them being confident in this working out for both of you. It's interesting too, because even back here when they were in this energy, they still had made their choice, whereas you are on the other side of this, right? On the other side of this beginning of like the turmoil between you guys. And you are now being presented with a choice, but I feel like they even chose you back then. Wow. The mask. Oh, that makes so much sense here. That makes so much sense. They're taking off the mask. And you know what? This is 50, 60, 1. 6 and 1 is 7. 7 of Swords is literally about, I feel like they're wearing a mask here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's not even the truth, right? That's how this person used to be. And they, you know what? To be in harmony with you, they have to take it off. And the adjustments that are happening here, it's almost like it's like when they take it off, it's almost like a void. But you are someone who makes sense of this. You can make sense of their darkness just like you can make sense of their light, because you both have experienced pretty much the same activation, just in different aspects of your life. So that's why you recognize each other. But even here, do you see like they're looking this way, but you're looking ahead? Okay, it might be, right, Powell 3 here, that this person they get another chance to offer you something here, but it is up to you whether you want to go this route or not. That's where the 50-50 is. Okay, that's where the choice is. You might be someone who is going to have the freedom to choose between maybe not just one person and another person, but it feels like it could be that way. One relationship versus this relationship, or this person versus something else. And either way, Pal 3, it's a win-win, okay? But you get to decide. You've worked towards this freedom, whereas your past ancestors didn't get the choice. You are getting the choice. And that's why they're so grateful for you doing this work that you're doing. They did their own work up to the point that they could, right? Just like if you look back, you know, you don't have to look too far back, but you can see how maybe your mother broke some generational curses, but you are the one. It's like passing on the baton, and like you are doing more, you know, maybe you've done more than, you know, technically they've done in their lifetime, but like in a way, both of you have done something, right? And so has your grandmother. Maybe you just don't know how, but like, and the one before that, and the one before that, right? It's kind of like that. But they want to really emphasize here that yours is significant, okay? Because I was crying, okay? And I don't want to cry anymore. So not that I don't want to cry. I like crying. It's okay, but I don't want to cry during your reading. I just want to read for you. But like I tap into that, and like the emotion is there. The gratitude, the intense love and gratitude that they send you, it's insane. They literally, it's like they send the frequency of stability towards you, and you receive it. And yes, you have ups and downs, and you have days where you're doubting yourself and doubting everything, but you come back to like your essence, your core is very stable, okay? Your ancestors have a hand in this. I just need you to know that. All right, and let's get into your advice. Oh, before we get, I showed it to you already. I keep doing that, but this is the Echo Femme Fantasy Oracle by MOOXIE. The link is going to be below. It's very magical. Go support local artists or independent artists. But also, if you just want to give her a follow, that's also supporting. And a couple of likes, you know. Also, you could get a reading from them. She is amazing, okay? All right, you have 8 galactic eye, divine protection. You don't fucking say. Of course, you are protected. You're so protected. Oh my gosh. Spirit, by the way. And I believe soul star chakra, maybe? Okay, let's just look into it. Number 8, infinity, abundance. Wow. Okay. So, this is the spirit, the eternal realm, the ethers. And then, yes, the soul star with soul memory. Oof. Oh, do you see all these colors over here? That's what I meant by you can see the light and the dark within this person, whether they have the mask on or off. So that's why you should trust yourself when they come back. And then this person needs to trust themselves when they come back to you as well. Because they should know that you can see their light and their darkness as a whole, and you can accept it as well. The colors are everywhere now. I'm just seeing it everywhere. All right, let's go to the card and see what the message is. The galactic eye, divine protection. An all-seeing eye watches over you. It peers through the heavens and has seen your life unfold. You are being guided and watched over by beings of other realms. Even if the world seems to be against you, Spirit has your back. You are you are safe and cherished. Literally, that is what this energy feels like, your ancestors. As a spirit guide, the galactic eye keeps you protected when you walk your destined path. And that's what you're doing. Both of you are doing this. You're walking your destined path, quite literally, and transforming and death and rebirth and becoming someone new and improving every single day. Both of you are doing this. Yeah, as a spirit guide, the galactic eye keeps you protected when you walk your destined path. Any rejection is divine protection. Yep. Okay, whatever you feel like rejecting, reject it, because it's divine protection. And whatever rejects you or you perceive to be rejected by, see it as protection as well. It's as it should be, right? Okay, so keywords: protection, sacred path, spirit guide, higher realms, omnipresence. In a quiet meditation, set intentions to align with with your highest path. As for protection, as you follow your soul's purpose, see and feel yourself embraced by your spirit guides. Meditate on your truest path and commit to walking it in alignment with the divine. Sorry, that was hard to read, but this is very activating and intense. And there's a portal there, and it almost, the colors are guiding me towards this. Do you see that? And it's do you see how this kind of looks like that? It's just, yeah, you're being guided towards freedom. You're being guided and protected while you walk towards your freedom here. And the freedom to have to choose is huge. And it's almost I'm seeing it a little bit the choice itself could be perceived a little bit as a burden, oh my god, why do I have to pick between this and that? But the fact that you have a choice to make is amazing, right? You have possibilities. You have no wrong turn ahead. You just have to choose whatever you want. And that is freedom. That is freedom, my friend. You are going to choose the right thing because you're going to choose the thing that is meant for you. But also remember that it's not just about what you're meant to be doing. It's what do you want to do? What do you want, okay? Because that's what you deserve. All right. Thank you so much, Pal 3, for trusting me to read for you. I hope this resonated, brought you the clarity, confirmation that you needed. And I hope to see you in other readings in the future. Have a good one.